We are a speck of sand on a speck of sand on a speck of sand compared to the vastness of reality. I mean, us as humans, even our
Right.
planet, is so insignificantly nothing. It's like nothing of nothing. You would,
If you look through material eyes, of course.
okay, so my point is
Hmm.
that if you look through material eyes, and that's how we live our material lives, and that's where we get all of these material solutions, right? All of the problems that
Yeah,
we're trying to solve,
exactly.
it's like, cut
Right.
down emissions. Whole the movies, I think today I saw some headline that 200 movie stars sent a message to President Biden to not let them do a gas pipeline through wherever.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, sure,
F-
guys. Well
Let.
done. Yeah, that'll be great. That's going to help.
Yeah.
Not about pipelines. The point is, what about China? What about this country? What about that country? What about the rest of the world? You're gonna not do a pipeline here, but what if they keep doing it there? What if they're burning coal over there? What if they're
Yeah.
dumping
Exactly.
pollutants in the ocean down there?
It's becoming
So
impossible to try to fight interdependence with a linear mind.
so
It's just
so
greater
here's
than us. That's what we're going to discover.
there's some storm on the sun. It affects our mood here.
Yeah.
Something happens with the moon,
Hmm.
on the moon, it affects things on Earth. Something happens on each and every planet. It's affecting us here.
And I gotta say that to some extent, ancient civilizations, or even indigenous people in some places had some of that
Of course they did.
perception, because
Every
they
day of the
felt
week is
more
named after.
they felt more connected to nature, more dependent on the forces of nature, and that made them more sensitive to nature's
Every
program and to their
day
connection. Yeah.
every day of the week is named after one of the closest planets to us, which had some kind of
Right.
influence on us. And each month is named after a group of planets, which together between them had a certain influence.
Right.
The
And
Mazal,
where
had a
does it
certain.
all come from? It all comes from about like 4,000 years ago, when like the cradle of human civilization that we experience today came to be. We're still using a lot of that infrastructure today. That there's
So
a.
even if we solved every problem on Earth, if there's a storm on the sun, that'll be our next problem. We get our act together on Earth, but they're like, oh, Jupiter's doing this, and Venus, the ones on Venus are going like that, and the sun is like this, and then we have a whole nother set of problems, because even if we solve everything on Earth, until we solve the problems on all the other planets,
But
they're still going to be affected.
here's the thing. There's a reason why the Zohar writes that all of the worlds and all of the levels besides human, the still, the vegetative, and the animate levels of reality,
Which is
there,
everything else that we
which
know
is
of.
everything outside of us, it all rises and falls, goes up and down, oscillates together with human intention. The Zohar writes this almost 2,000 years ago. What does that mean? It means that we, as insignificant as we may seem to ourselves, as insignificant as we truly are on a material level, there is a conscious level of reality where we can flip the switch, where we can change the direction of the domino, where we can not uh, uh, not take
It's
control of
that baby.
nature
It's
the
the
way.
baby just
Yeah,
pushing the
it's the
button.
baby. It's the baby pushing the button. Nature has developed mankind in order to create a conscious being that can be consciously involved in evolution itself, in the act of creation itself. Conscious participation, I think, is a key word that people need to take away from this. We need not to try to coerce what we want on nature and on the world and on each other. We need to identify the law of interdependence that's working between us and nature. It's greater than us. We have to accept it. We have to acknowledge it. And then we can see how we can consciously participate with it.